What's up, guys? I'm Ryan. Some of you may know me as Reflex. The only way you probably heard of me is if you're my friend or you watch the NGL St. Louis stream because my team played on it probably the whole time. Uh, we took second place, so that's basically all I can give for my accomplishments. Um, Alright, so basically what I'm doing here is I saw a few pro vlogs and figured, alright, that's pretty cool, you know, they're voicing their opinion, so obviously they're not the only ones playing in this community, us AM players are playing too, so I figured some of us should probably voice some of our opinions. What's going on now is me and my buddy are just kind of playing a goof around 1v1 on Prisoner. He's like the only kid on my list. Well, there's a couple more, but the only one who like plays MLG that would play this 1v1 on Prisoner with me just to kind of test it out. You know, what we were doing is we were just kind of getting a feel for the map, getting some, I don't know, playing it semi-competitive, just kind of paying attention to things, like just spawns, and they're just kind of like Bravo said, a lot of down low spawns. So, I mean, obviously there's a lot of potential this map has because it is symmetrical. You know, it does give that option top control. I mean, it does have a sniper tower for each, rockets in the center. So it's really balanced and it plays really well. I mean, at least for this 1v1 and a few anniversary 4v4s that I've played. So with a few tweaks, I mean, this map could be ready to go. That is, if MLG decides to pick it up, which I do think would be a great addition, especially if they do the no bloom, no sprint combination. If they do throw sprint in, I don't even know if this, I don't know if any of them anniversary maps I'd hope if they would keep sprint in, but personally I don't like sprint. I mean, I was okay with it. No bloom with sprint, I mean, that's okay, it's playable, but it's still reach, and in my opinion, I think there's a big difference, or big gap, between Halo and this game that we just call Reach. So I like this better because, you know, it's got more of a Halo feel. Even like this, I haven't heard anyone complain about it being skatey. Personally, I never thought it was skatey at all, but I don't know. Obviously, some people thought it was, which everyone's going to have an opinion on it, and there was a lot of them. So I guess mine's just voiced out a little differently. You know, basically I'm just here talking about this gameplay a little bit and just what I'm hoping to expect. You know, a few problems that I'm encountering that I could obviously share with the community, and maybe some of you guys share the same problems, and basically try to ask MLG to figure these out for us, and just kind of talk about the future of MLG, you know, what might be going on. So, pretty much, yeah, if you've been paying attention, once again, another low spawn. We also did play a 1v1 on Damnation, but that game was ridiculous and long. But I'm telling you, like, for any of you guys that don't have these maps, I do recommend getting them. Not for the reason, like, of MLG at all, but, I mean, maybe that's some of the reason. I mean, that's a lot of the reason a lot of you guys are playing just for MLG, which, that's cool. I could dig that. But I do play roughly MLG, obviously. But, you know, I do like to have fun, and ever since No Bloom, No Sprint, I've had fun, and these maps are even funner, I'm telling you. These maps are awesome. The Damnation remake, see, I don't know if it can be used for MLG. I mean, I honestly, in 4v4, would like it to, just through my experience with Anniversary Playlists, which obviously isn't the best thing in the world. You know, Cheddar Bob 123, that kid's dominating in that playlist pretty hard. And his guest. So, you know, I mean, that's probably the best competition you're going to get, other than unless you scout around and find Bravo, then maybe you'll get some decent competition in there. But, I mean, just obviously going through team orientation, that map has a lot of potential. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do on it, a lot of different setups, and it could definitely bring a lot to the table. I mean, that's only my opinion. But I think it'll be interesting for both what MLG is looking for and what we're looking for. I mean, obviously, with no bloom, no sprint, if that even happens. I mean, there's a lot we can do. A lot more teamwork can be set up. Just like Halo 2, people always came up with these crazy setups, a bunch of different setups, and I think that map especially has the potential to, just keep something new going. Definitely, it could definitely be there for some spectator experience, which is what Sundance said before and Killer KC. That's a lot what they look for. So, I mean, especially these maps itself could help with the spectator experience because there's some kids who didn't even get a chance to play Halo 1, and these maps can definitely give them a little bit of taste of what it was like. So if these maps can play real well, just getting these new guys in here, new guys in tech, it could definitely help them with just realize they probably get into more in MLG, get their friends into it, learn the history of it, goods and the bads. Basically, just try to bring this community together. Um, a few things that I see wrong with the community. Uh, I mean, obviously, the forums, people are settling down the forums. Everyone's trying to work on it there, or most people at least. So that's good. I mean, personally seen improvement on the forums. I'm not a frequent poster, but I get my posts in every once in a while. So, um, but yeah, just one of the things I've noticed is just people like custom games, especially this happens. You got a kid in a custom game who's not playing that well, but what he's calling out and stuff, and he's trying. Uh, Maybe if those kids aren't doing too well, kind of, they're not like anyone's like real friend. They're just that one kid's friend. Kind of ask them what their purpose is there. Like, maybe they're just trying to get into the game. Maybe they're just trying to play with better people, just like you were at one time. Uh, Trying to get better competition to get themselves better. I know I was that kid once, and you know what? I did have some good friends in Halo 3 who did get me to play with some good people. So my skills definitely went up, and it showed. I mean, obviously, uh, NGL second place. I made sure there wasn't a ton of teams there. We beat some solid people. And even that team that won it, it's not like they shut us out. We took game one from them. It's just after that, one of my teammates gave up for some reason. But it's cool. I went there. And that's another thing I could talk about. I could talk about NGL. I'll come back to the topic on the custom games, but I just think this is a pretty cool topic. Um, I like a lot what they're doing. I don't know if MLG should see them so much as competition, as in just someone who's there to keep the Halo players like active. I don't know if any of you guys have heard, but they're gonna hold a tournament in January, maybe two. I don't know. I mean, just the way they posted it on Facebook, you can never really tell. It's either gonna go from Atlanta to Chicago or Chicago to Atlanta. Sorry, hiccup there. Um, so that'd be pretty cool. It's definitely a great experience. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not like the MLG experience, but basically it's a lot of different people from a couple different places, and basically you just get a taste of Halo. You get to talk to some cool people. I definitely made some friends there. Uh, they're really chill guys running it. I mean, I even got to commentate a game. Of course, they didn't realize the mic was turned off until like the last 2 minutes of the match. But it's still a cool experience overall. I mean, and those guys who are running it or guys who are there, I mean, they are MLG guys. So I mean, it's real neat. Whatever. I mean, there's some stuff that people are seeing in this community that are really bad, and then that's just one thing I think that is really good. I don't even I wouldn't even consider MGL as like if I had to think of a good definition of it, I'd say like a mini MLG. Uh, Pretty much that's a good description of it. Um, so I really like what they're doing. So definitely January, keep us gamers busy, doing something. And then another thing I was always curious about what was going on with that No Bloom exhibition. God only knows if that's gonna happen, but I like that how pros trying to get this community together, trying to get us to play. I like the ideas, so definitely seeing improvement in this community. But now going back to that topic, sorry, I know this was a while ago about the custom games, but yeah, guys, there's kids out there who just want to play with you guys, and even just give them a couple games if they're not that well, but they're just playing with you guys to get better. I mean, just ask them, like, what's your purpose in here? If they just say to get better, I mean, just let them stick around for a couple games, have some fun with them, try to show them a few things. And, like, to be honest, probably about a week ago, some kid was in our party and he was doing real bad, and he's like, yeah, sorry guys, I'm just in here, and we were playing with the kid on the other team. I didn't even know the kid on the other team, but that kid that was on our team, he's like, yeah, dude, I watch all of his gameplay. He's really good, and you know, I kind of want to play like just like him. This is pretty cool playing against him. So sorry if I don't do my. He's just basically like he's a really cool guy. So like some kids were like saying like boot him, and I don't know. I said nah, let him stay for a couple games because you know what, he really wasn't that bad. He dropped some solid negative numbers, but you know the kid was in there for a good purpose, and I think just things like that, just even us AM players, guys, you never know. Like you could be someone looks up to, and you just don't know it. Like some kids, you know, a lot of AM kids get dissed for trying to give advice, and it's like, oh, you're not a pro, you shouldn't be giving advice. So I don't know. Those are my views on the community. So that's all with the video, and peace, guys.